Everybody has that one person on Facebook. You know the person. The one who, when you make a status that you think is the best ever because it was witty, it was smart, everything about it was just fantastic. This person comes along, takes everything you've written literally, and writes something that just completely ruins your status. What's the proper etiquette when it comes to dealing with these people? I mean, deleting what they've written is just plain rude, and writing and telling them what they've done just seems improbable. Not to mention, it's difficult to block these people from seeing your status when you don't know whether or not they're actually going to be writing anything. So, how do we deal with them? I mean, these people write something on your status, and the only real way to get rid of it is to delete what you've written, sending it into a deep, 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 dark hole of depression. I know it seems like I'm dramatizing it, but let's face it, we've all had that feeling before. And when you do have to delete this incredibly witty and intelligent status, you just sit there and think to yourself, why me? You could always get a friend to write down and tell that person exactly what they've done wrong. Or you could tell them yourself, which, as previously mentioned, probably isn't going to happen. And then there's always the option of deleting them from Facebook completely, which, let's face it, that's probably not going to happen, as the person who's doing these things is typically a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, or some other random family member who's added you. And unless you're really willing to deal with that awkward conversation at the next family dinner, I would suggest not deleting them at all. So, how do we deal with this menace? It's actually pretty simple. It's that you let it be, completely ignore it. So what? You've deleted a Facebook status. It's just that, a Facebook status. No one is going to care or remember. And while at the time it seems like a pretty freaking big deal, it's not. The amount of likes that you get on your Facebook status aren't equivalent with the amount of people who like you. And even if it was, let's face it, half the people that you're friends with on Facebook you don't even like. You've added them because it makes you look cooler than you already are. So I think we, the internet as a whole, just need to let it slide. Because if we're being realistic, in 10 years, no one's going to look back on that status and go, holy fucking shit, that person was so funny. I mean, the most that's probably going to happen is that one day your kids are going to be able to internet search you and look at all the embarrassing things you said when you were 12 on Facebook. Yeah, timeline's already bringing that all back, and let's face it, we don't even want to see those.